Chris Chan for KaijuPop.com, and this is Don't Shoot Yourself from Silverware Games, evidently made up of former members of Whammo who made that great game Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence. And ordinarily I would, perhaps be ambitious and sort of post in a quick edit to make that reference completely clear, but hey, we're monetized now, so, matched first party content or some bullshit. Don't Shoot Yourself is a sort of bullet hell puzzle game. There you go. So that's an interesting concept for you. The trick is here, and let's start off on an easy level to show you what's going on. The trick is here. You're constantly, as you move your little guy, who's that pointy thing over there, around the screen, which you do in sort of, this game almost feels like a DS game in a sense, in that the left side of the screen is where the action is, and I move my thumb anywhere on the right side of the screen and just point, and he moves, you move. Where your thumb is, basically. So the right side of the screen is an analog for the left side of the screen, basically, which is interesting. But here we go. You're constantly firing as you move. If you stop moving, you stop firing, and your bullets charge back up. The idea is you've got to move for long enough that you shoot 100 bullets out, but don't shoot yourself. That's the idea. So obviously right here, very, very simple, because the bullets disappear pretty quickly after they hit the walls. This is an iPhone game, so you have to get 3 stars on every level. Natch. And if you survive long enough, there we go. If you survive long enough to fire 100 bullets, then you fire that big bullet, and that breaks the level, and it goes, hooray! Go on to the next one. So that was very, 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 very simple. But it gets more and more complicated. So a couple of levels in, you get to this stage where I have a warp gate in, and these solid walls where the bullets are bouncing off of them. And suddenly, it gets really busy really quickly. And if I go up through that gate, which I didn't even get the chance to do, if I think, the best bet is to use all of this space, and make the most of the space that I have, and then try and weave my way through the bullets. If I go through this warp gate, it whizzes me off, and then I die. And the trick here is that you've actually got to let the bullets do most of that moving for you, if you can, and actually kind of confine yourself. And that seems to be like a common theme with a lot of the levels that I played so far. I think I'm about a third of the way into this game. The trick is it will give you this space, and you kind of have to manage. Shit, I did that. I got 3 stars on this before. You have to manage this space in such a way that the bullets do most of the work for you. It's like this is an ideal spot, because, that spot where I was in was an ideal spot because the bullets were going through that warp gate and all getting boxed in at the top. But if you're like, oh phew, I'm safe here, I'll just stop, then not only do you stop firing, but your bullet counter spirals back up to 100. So there are different tiers of levels. So I'm on the 2nd tier right now, so I'll get onto that in a second. Once you get 3 stars in every level in a tier, you unlock a very hard boss level. And on this, it seems like you've got, I'm not sure of the rules exactly, but you have a number of sets of 50 bullets, and different tiered stages. So I start off in the middle here, but my bullets can work their way out and then back in. But I can't go outside those lines. Crap. And, basically I want to be in a position where I suppose I work my way out. So it's like I've got to play 2 mini levels in one. Shit. So it seems Switch at first. And partly because of just the number of levels around, and like the fact that this came out a day before Tilt to Live 2 did, and you kind of go, right, I just got to keep moving. I've got to keep moving all the time. Got to keep moving. And the trick is that can be further from the truth. This isn't a Twitch game; it's a puzzle game. Each level, hey, I did it. Sweet, thank you. Each level has a definite sort of method, and once you beat it, you've got it figured out. So when I beat the boss level on a tier, I apparently unlock an infinite mode. So I guess this just constantly loops or ran. So I've done this level before. It seems. Oh shit! Wow, that's terrible. You beat 0 levels, so try again. Yeah, you're getting random stages here from that tier. So in this one, when it's hitting those pods, it's turning them into hunter bullets, which chase after me. So I guess it's like it shuffles the deck, so to speak. Bloody hell. I will do better. Okay, this one's easy. So it's shuffling the deck and giving you a random selection of levels, and it's like, hey, how far can you go before you make one mistake? This one's pretty simple because the gates are doing the work for you. Hey! I did 1. Streak 1. Best 0. I managed to beat this level once. You saw me screw up on it any number of times before. Hey, beat 1 level. A record. I suck at this game. But, yeah, I mean, it gets ever more complicated. There's some really cool ideas. I like this one. Squiggly line. Because suddenly there's a barrier that's constantly moving all the time, and it gets really ferociously difficult. Yeah, it's pretty inventive, and it's a nice idea. It's sort of really cognitive, but at the same time, it's obviously kind of reactionary in a sense. I really like this control system as well. I really like the idea of looking at the left side of the screen, using the right side of the screen like a DS does. Because, oh wow, what's the deal here? Okay. All right. Huh. Bit of a weird one then. Yeah, because, it lets you move with a lot of precision without blocking your view of the action. And, this could so easily have been tilt-based, which really wouldn't have worked. So, yeah, this is pretty much all there is to see of Don't Shoot Yourself. It's only $1. It's 100 yen. So it's well worth seeking out. It's interesting and small, and I like small, interesting things. So check it out. Don't Shoot Yourself on the App Store, and I think Android as well. Okay, Chris Charlton for kaijupop.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.